So good evening, guys. Short one tonight. Flying the number 2 kit for the second time today. Flew him really early this morning. No hawk attack. They're still doing the cyclone thing, winding around and around and around, but mobbing up. And they're just all starting to come down. Pretty much got the video running just in case the falcon turns up, but so far I did see the falcon earlier in the day, probably 9 o'clock this morning, a couple hours after I flew. So all good, no attack. This is almost everybody down. Only 4 birds still up. Almost everybody down. And it's 8:30 right now, so it's late in the evening. So obviously we're trying to avoid the peregrine by fiddling with his internal clock. Once they get used to hunting at certain times, they usually hunt at that time because they're matching your pattern. And then a lot of times if you change it, they'll just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. So sometimes if you can get the jump on them early in the morning, late in the evening, you can see the moon out. So sometimes if you can fiddle with their clock enough and play with the timing, you can avoid them. Now it doesn't always work because eventually they're going to he's going to figure this out. And he's just going to sit and sit and sit. He'll be here bright and early, and he'll wait until this time of night, sometimes even almost dark. And I've actually seen them attack in pretty intense dusk conditions, really. So got these 3 still going. These 3 seem to want to fly more than the others. Some of these are starting to tumble, like that silver. I thought that was the bird that got hit yesterday, and it wasn't. It was actually the bird that got taken, surprisingly, was the blue bar hen from the leftover kit that has survived many attacks. Lost her. So that's what got hit yesterday and was taken away, was the blue bar self. So now we're down to 2 up. And these are the 2 strongest flyers here in this kit so far. Big tail sit. There's that silver big tail sit with a tumble at the beginning. Tumble there. That bird's actually starting to roll. And these guys are young. Okay. Got him down without an attack. Now to get him in the box without the attack. Obviously we want to use any sort of feed, which in this case happens to be just a few egg pellets, just because that's the nearest can. Come on, guys. Come on. Don't dink around. Come on. Come on. Get in there. Come on. Still a couple of them that are wanting to be a little wishy-washy. Most of them have it figured out. Come on. Come on. Even that bronze, right? That sulfur right there. That one's usually last. Come on. Let's not screw around. Come on. Come on, guys, or you're going to get clobbered. Come on. Come on, dummy. See, now there's one went back up. Guess what? So this is how it works. Let me tell you a long-standing mistake to make that almost everybody makes, and you have to learn from it. And it's very easy to fall into it. When you're training your birds, that one bird, that silver, has gone way back up. Actually, there's 3 of them still up. But what tends to happen is you get a couple birds dink around, don't want to go in, There's always one knucklehead in the kit. Every time. No matter what. I don't care how long you've bred your pigeons, there's always a knucklehead. And the knucklehead always wants to dink around on the roof and screw around. That's why the old timers used to say, you don't trap, you get culled. Over and done with. Most of us now, just because of the way things are, with the birds of prey, we tend to be a little less harsh in that regard as far as culling. And we tend to tolerate those birds more than the old timers would have. There's these two back down. There's still another one up here on the roof. But what would happen is, if you don't just lock the door and you sit here and you wait for these others to screw around and go in, more will come back out, because that's just kind of what they do at this age. Screw around. They don't know what they're doing yet. You know, they're all still squeaking. They're still kind of dumb. They don't quite grasp it completely. And what'll happen is you'll get a few more go out, and as you're screwing around, waiting on the one cull, which is, chances are the bird who does that, he's going to be a cull later on. Chances are usually high. While you're waiting on the screw up, your others go out. Next thing you know, you get nailed by the bob. That's what happens. So these guys, I really like this silver. He's already starting to roll, but unfortunately he's wanting to fly longer. He's not wanting to go in yet. He's being a dink. So needless to say, they can sit here and hang on the wire, and I'll catch them by hand and I'll throw them back in the kit loft that way. I won't risk the other 20 or however many because of these three screwing around, or because of one screwing around. So that's it for today, guys. I am going to do another video later. I'm going to talk about black seed oil, which is a natural supplement. Not a lot of people in pigeons use it. It's not brand new. It's been around for thousands of years. But a lot of people haven't heard of it, so I'm going to talk about that a little later. But that's it for now. Needless to say, got the kit up and down. No attack yet. I've still got these idiots flying around here, but they can come down here and sit on the kit loft top, and I'll pick them off by hand and put them back in there. I won't risk the others. If you risk the others because of one that screws up, you're going to be in trouble. That's it, guys. See you later.